What's up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're going to be discussing the story in Monster Hunter World. This video is dedicated to those viewers who might not have had a chance to play through the campaign yet. It's been over a full week since launch, so I figured now would be an appropriate time to release this video. Now, without further ado, let's get started. In a world where monsters and man coexist, an A-rank hunter is selected to be part of the 5th Fleet and journeys from the old world to the new world in search of answers to the mysterious natural phenomenon known as the Elder Crossing. Every 100 years, extremely powerful and ancient monsters known as Elder Dragons trek across the ocean to the new world. For reasons unknown, the frequency of this phenomenon has changed from every century to every decade. The increased sighting of Elder Dragons caught the attention of the Commission, the governing guild of the old world that began researching monsters since the voyage of the First Fleet. As the sightings of these legendary creatures increased, so too did the collateral damage to everything in their singular path to the new world. The Commission sought out to find any and all information that would provide humanity with an understanding of this occurrence and put it to an end. The scorching mountain dragon, Zorah Magdaros, was the next monster to begin the Elder Crossing. Now was the time to strike. While traveling to the New World, Zorah came into contact with a ship carrying the 5th Fleet and knocked all passengers either overboard or off course. Upon waking up from the crash, the A-rank hunter and his handler head towards the crash site to join up with the rest of the fleet. After encountering several monsters of the New World, the duo make it safely to Astera, the home base for the hunters of the 5th Fleet. From there, they begin their adventure and begin investigating the ancient forest. After several expeditions, the hunter comes across some slag that fell off Zorah Magdaros as it barreled through the forest. After locating the Elder Dragon and predicting its course, the Commission orders all available hunters to plan a surprise attack and capture the Elder Dragon to prevent it from reaching its destination. Unfortunately, the plan fails, and Zorah Magdaros escapes into a new undiscovered area, the Great Ravine. The hunters investigate the new area and come across the Coral Highlands. Almost immediately upon reaching the new area, the hunters are attacked by the apex monster of the region and have to escape to safety. Luckily, they are saved by the members of the 3rd Fleet, a fleet of hunters and researchers that had also been attacked and trapped in the Coral Highlands for a period of time. Once the A-rank hunter regains consciousness, he meets with the captain of the 3rd Fleet and heads out into the new region to hunt down the apex monster of the area and clear the path to a lower region in an attempt to locate Zorah Magdaros. After clearing out the area, the hunter, along with the 3rd Fleet, make their way down to the poisonous depth known as the Rotten Vale to search for clues. After investigating the area, the hunter and the 3rd Fleet come to the realization that the Rotten Vale is the graveyard for monsters large and small. Monsters travel to the Rotten Vale to live out the remaining moments of their lives. Over time, some monsters adapted and made the graveyard a sort of feeding ground. The discovery of this behavior provides insight on the actions of the monsters and gives the fleet a possible explanation to the reason and purpose behind the Elder Crossing. The team soon realizes that the Elder Crossing is essentially the voyage an Elder Dragon takes to die in the New World and release its bioenergy into the ecosystem. This cyclical process allows new life to be created from death. For reasons unknown, Zorah is veering off course and heading to an unknown area known as the Everstream, a critical location in the New World that, if destroyed, could have cataclysmic effects on the ecosystem and threaten all forms of life. In one last desperate attempt to change the Elder Dragon's course, the 5th Fleet ambushes Zorah Magdaros and successfully forces it to veer off into the ocean. Soon, after the disruption of the natural order of things, new variations of powerful monsters begin appearing in areas in which they do not belong, disturbing the balance of the ecosystem. The newly classified Nergigante is discovered to be an Elder Dragon that feeds on Elder Dragons, and the Commission is determined to end his reign of terror. Without the promise of a feast on Zorah Magdaros, Nergigante furiously seeks out prey. It travels to a newly discovered region known as the Elder's Recess. The Elder's Recess is an area that houses rare crystalline structures that are physical manifestations of the bioenergy that is dissolved into the effluvium during the passing of an Elder Dragon. After destroying Nergigante and the remaining Elder Dragons, the hunter burrows deeper into the crystal caverns of the Elder's Recess and locates a hidden source of all of the bioenergy that had been accumulating since the dawn of time and the inception of the Elder Crossing phenomenon. In it, the hunter, along with the Admiral of the Commission and the Wyverian hunter, witnessed the birth of a new creature. This creature, Xenojiva, is the product of all the collective bioenergy that has been stored for centuries or maybe even millennia. After a grueling battle, the A-rank hunter slays the newborn creature and returns to Astera. The hunters of the 3rd and 5th Fleet celebrate their victory over the monsters and receive permission to return back to their homes in the old world. The A-rank hunter and the others reject the offer and decide to stay in the new world, searching for new monsters and discovering new mysteries. The end. And that is going to bring this video to a close. Now be on the lookout for a much darker interpretation of the story through my perspective, because I feel like I'm onto something very profound. Now, much like a scout fly that has caught the scent of an elder dragon, I am eager to show you what lies across the way. Now, I hope I've piqued your interest. Now, be sure to stay tuned to see the untold story of Monster Hunter. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, hunters, it's the Inhuman one, signing out.